In today's video, we are going to share with you 3 of our most favorite bedroom games that we still use on our date nights because, let's face it, it can be challenging sometimes to be creative, to find new things to do, but if you can bring some playfulness and creativity into your date nights, it can make them really something that you look forward to doing. I am Celine Remy, the Intimacy Angel.
And I'm Kevin Anthony, the Truth Warrior. And if you are not playing games and having fun in the bedroom, then make sure that you like, share, and subscribe because we're going to teach you how to do that.
So, we have a date night. We've had a date night since the day we started dating. And we've kept it on all of these years. We are 6+ years into our relationship and we still have a weekly date night. Now, for most people, date night is about going out, eating too much, coming home and be like, oh my gosh, I'm bloated, or I hate too much food, I just need to sleep it off.
Had too much garlic.
Yeah, I don't think we can do anything. That doesn't work. This type of date nights, while can be fun, is not the type that we talk about. Our date nights, and you might have heard us say that because we talk about that a lot, only has what, 2 rules?
2 rules. Rule number 1. We have to do something together, and everybody laughs at that because, well, of course it's date night together, but sitting there and watching a screen of any sort while you're ignoring the person sitting next to you is not doing something together. By together, we mean something where we're focusing on each other. Number 2, at some point during the date, we should be naked.
There's no pressure for it to lead to anything else but being naked and touching each other. But hey, let's face it usually leads to something really
Which is why it's one of only 2 rules, because even if you're not in the mood, if you get naked together and you are focusing on each other, there is a high likelihood that this will lead to sex. Okay, so let's talk about the games that we actually play once we are together, focusing on each other and most likely naked.
So one of our favorites is one we named the one-word command. So what is this and what does it look like? So basically, you tell each other a command, a one-word command, like lick, or bite, stroke, whatever you fancy. Obviously, when you're saying one of those, you probably have something in your mind of how this is going to play out. But here's the catch. The other person gets to interpret in whatever way they choose to, the command you give them.
Implement however they want. So for instance, the guy's thinking, boy, I would really love for her to give me a blowjob, so I'm going to issue the command, suck. Well, then maybe she sucks on your earlobe.
Or your big toe.
Finger. Or your big toe. It's totally up to her. She can suck anything she wants. And that's the way the game goes. And so you get to have a lot of fun with sometimes intentionally misinterpreting the commands.
Yes. And so you take turn saying a word, and until you feel like you had a good laugh, you've touched each other all over, that was fun, and then of course you can move it into another direction.
It is, however, fantastic foreplay, and that's the thing, is it doesn't matter where she sucks or nibbles or touches or whatever, because all of it together is foreplay. And it should be a lot of fun, and it should build the anticipation, because every time you issue a command where you think she's going to go for your cock and she goes somewhere else, it builds more and more anticipation that eventually she will get there.
Game number 2. Pick your pleasure. So pick your pleasure is a really fun game where you set a timer, and it could be anything from 5 to 10 minutes, where there's going to be a clear giver and a clear receiver for that period of time. And you get to ask anything that you want, hence the pick your pleasure. So there's no holding back, there's no, oh, I don't know if I should ask for this, or blah blah blah. If you want a certain body part stimulated, go for it. Even if you're like, hey, I'm gonna be like asking for attention to my cock, I'm such a dude. Well, that's what you want, that's what you go for. If you want for something else somewhere else, go for that. So the fun part is that it's a short period of time, like a 5 to 10 minutes. Once you and there's a clear giver and receiver. It's important that when you receive, you really take it in, like just receive fully. And then you get to reverse. Whoever was giving becomes the receiver, whoever was receiving becomes the giver. And you can play this game for however long you want to play. It could be like 3, 4, 5 rounds until you feel like, hey, I got everything I wanted out of the evening.
Or it might just be one round. I find that this game is a great sort of, icebreaker in a sense that, it's been a long day, you're both tired, you're looking for some sort of motivation, you're like a 0 on your scale, you don't know what to do, you're both trying to figure out how can we possibly get in the mood and make this happen. This game is fantastic for that because it allows you to ask for what you want and simply receive. And if you're honest, you're probably going to say, you might say, oh, I want a shoulder rub, but you might say, oh, I want a genital massage, or I want a blowjob, or whatever it is, and that will most likely relax you enough and lead you into what you wanted to begin with, was to connect sexually through lovemaking.
Game number 3. This is the underwear of the month. So this is a little bit more elaborate, but this is a game we played a couple of years back, 2 or 3 years ago, and it was so much fun. So here are the rules. Basically, each month I had to come up with a new underwear that I was going to present at any given time that I felt like it during the month. Meaning, I would usually do a sexy dance, a sexy show, or just like find a way to walk just in my underwear, like whatever, just be creative and playful. And Kevin had to, of course, could appreciate it and all of this. And then he could take it off and it belonged to him for me to wear anytime he would leave it on the bed or anywhere when he felt like during that month that it was time to rewear the underwear.
So the game was that after the first time that she surprised me and unveiled me with it, I then had control of it, and anytime I left it out, she had to wear it for me. So it was kind of fun. Fun for me because when is it going to happen this month? Beginning of the month, middle, end? Will it be on a date night? Will it be randomly in the middle of the day? Who knows, right? And then same thing with me being in control. It's like, will I leave it out? Where will I leave it? Sometimes I would just hang it on the coat rack. And she would come down in the morning and go, oh.
That's what's going on.
Or leave it laying on a particular chair, or, different things like that. So it was really fun, really builds anticipation, and can take something that wasn't planned to be a date night or sex or anything like that and turn it into one.
And we played it over the whole year, hence why we named it the underwear of the month. So we had 12 altogether. We had fun at the end taking photos of all the different underwear, and just like it's a fun memory of something that we shared. It's not something that you have to do for 12 months, but if you enjoyed it, like do it again. Maybe you do it once or twice or 3 times, like whatever works. But again, it's a fun game because you also learn to have the element of surprise, but also of letting go of control.
And anticipation.
And anticipation. So it's worth a try. So pick any or all 3 and give them a try. Let us know in the comments below which ones you enjoyed or how the experience went for you and your partner.
Or if you have any games that you play that you really love.
Yes, because let's inspire each other and the whole world to love better. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and we will see you in our next video.